qalu. Okay. Waqalu. So the first word is waw, and waw means and with a fatha. And okay. The second word is from these three root letters, qaf, waw, and lam. Okay. And the meaning of this is to say. In English, qaf, waw, and lam, when you make the grammar, will mean to say. Okay. Now, from this word fa'ala, which means he did. Okay. If we use that grammar, this will become qawala, which means he said. If you put three fathas on the three root letters in this simple case, the meaning becomes he and past tense, he said. So if you apply that rule here on these three letters, qaf, waw, lam, it will be qawala, okay, by the rule of the grammar. Okay. Now waw and fataha don't go together. We have discussed that before. So this letter changes into an alif. So this becomes qala. Qala means same thing, he said. Okay. And this is one person, he said. Okay. If we make its plural, we add a waw at the end. Qalu. To make the plural, we simply add a waw at the end and put an alif here, which is not read. Okay. Qalu means they said. Okay. So the ayat starts with a statement. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and they said. Okay. From up to this point, it will not be clear who is they. Okay. But as we read further, it will become clear who are those people. Okay. So qalu means they said. They said. Okay. Now, let's take the next two words. The next actually will take the three words and then translate them. Lan, yad, khulal jannah, or jannata. So let's understand these words. Lan is one word, yadkhula is another word, and al-jannata, al-jannatu, and we'll break it down, is another word. Okay. Now, the word that we know, la means not. La means not. The word lan means never. Lan means never. Okay. Lan has some other characteristics. One of them is that lan is used when we are talking about future. When we are going to talk something about future, then lan is used. So if you say lan in a word statement, that means whatever is going to be talked now is about the future. Okay, so that is lan. Number one.
Okay. In the Arabic language, have the future? No, there is only two words.
Right. So Madi is one past tense, and present and future are together. Okay? But when you are starting the sentence with the lan, that means you're talking about future. Okay? And we will see that. Okay? There is one more thing that lan does, and we will look here with the second word here. So the second word, it starts with these three letters, dal, ha and lam, and this means to enter. Dakhil, dakhala, to enter. Okay? Now, also from the rule of the grammar, if I say yaf'alu, this is from the table that we have been using. Yaf'alu means he does. If you have that grammar table, yaf'alu means he does. Okay? So this means he, third person, present tense, or third person, future tense. So yaf'alu means he does or he will do. Okay? This is from the grammar table that we use. If you look in there. So if we apply this rule on these three letters, instead of fa, and lam, these are the three letters. Okay? So this will be yadkhulu. Yadkhalu. Actually, yeah. There's one more difference we have to do. See here. Yadkhulu. Okay.
Is there any rule for that?
So the rule is that you have fa, and lam. Okay. Three basic root letters. When we make the grammar for any three letters, then first letter always have a fatha, third one always have a fatha, and the middle one changes between fatha, dhamma or kasra. So that is the rule. This is the rule. Fa will be fixed, lam will be fixed. But middle letter will have any of these three cases, right? So in this case, the middle letter is going to carry a dhamma. Every three letters will have one of these combinations. Okay? So in this case, it is yadkhulu. Yadkhulu means he enters, or he will enter. Okay. And also, as I said, this is present or future tense, and in Arabic we call this mudare. In the table, if you have that table in the beginning, it says mudare. Mudare means present tense or future tense. Okay? So, yadkhulu, he enters and he will enter. Okay? When this word comes with the lan will do one more change in this word. What lan does, I'm going to erase this one. Okay. Lan, I'm going to write down here so you will remember that. Lan changes the last dhamma into a fatha. This last dhamma changes into fatha. This is the rule of tajweed. Okay? And grammar. whenever lan comes, lan means never. First of condition is that it will come only when you're talking about future. Number one. Number two, the verb which is coming after lan, on the last letter, it will change to a fatha. Okay? So this will become yad khola. It was yad khulu, it modified yad khola. So these are the characteristics of lan. Lan means never. Lan comes with the future tense only, and when it comes, it changes this sound from dhamma to a fatha. So the word is lan yadkhula. Lan yadkhula means he will never enter. Lan yadkhula means he will never enter. Yadkhula means he will enter. Lan means never. So the meaning is that, up to this point, is that he will never enter. This point. So this is what they are saying. Waqalu, and they said, Lan yadkhula, he will never enter. Lan yadkhula, he, whoever that he person is. Okay? Right now they are saying that he will never enter. Okay? And where will he never enter? Al-Jannah means the paradise. So they are talking about someone who will never enter the paradise. Okay?
But when this statement they apply, he should be there instead of.
No, so it will come clear when we translate man.
Okay.
Okay? Man means whoever.
Okay.
So that man will take over. Okay? So they will say that the one who is not a Jew or Christian will never enter. Okay? So literally, grammatically, first you have to translate because it's a third person.
Yeah.
He. Okay? But then he will change into anyone.
Okay.
Anyone. So the meaning would be, they are saying, or they said, وَقَالُوا لَنْ يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةِ, never will anybody enter the Jannah, the paradise. Okay? So this is their claim.
The Jews are saying.
Jews and Christians, they could be both of them.
Yeah.
Okay? They said, it is a past tense, which they already said. Whoever they said among themselves, or they said to believers, or they said to whosoever. Or Jews said to the Jews said to the Christian, only Jews will go to paradise. Christians will not go to paradise. Then Christians came back and said, no, only Christians will go to paradise, Jews will not go to paradise. Okay? So they are denying each other.
Then
Okay.
they come Muslim.
Then come Muslim, third party comes after that, okay?
They are going to Jannah.
Okay? So Jews or Christians said about the other one that nobody will enter the paradise. Jews said to the Christian, only Jews will go to paradise, Christian will not go. And Christian said, only Christians will go to paradise, Jews will not go to paradise, because their claim is that whoever does not believe in Isa alayhi salam, okay, then he will not go to heavens. This is what Christians say. Okay? On the other hand, Jews said that they don't believe in Isa alayhi salam. No, Jews don't believe in Isa alayhi salam. So they are saying you guys are believing in Isa alayhi salam. No, he was something else. So only Jews will go to paradise.
And Jews believe the Musa, right? Musa
Yeah, yeah, Jews believe in Musa. So this is the claim. Okay. So lan, okay, yadkhul al jannata. When you read these together, you will sound lan yadkhul al jannata. This is the rule of recitation, tajweed. That if you combine, then this noon has to be pronounced as noon gunna. Lan yadkhula. Okay? Separated is a lan, but when you read, then the sound of noon will become noon gunna, and ya will be dominated. So you pronounce lan yadkhula. Meaning does not change. This is the correct way of pronunciation. So the meaning is never will enter in paradise.
Never will he enter
Never will he, or you can leave because
of the
the
mountain.
next word will take care of that. So they said never will enter into paradise illa. Illa means except. Okay. Illa means except. Illa means except. So we can put here except. Except.
I have a question. You said like lan yad is like you said ya, you have to pronounce a ya sound, is that right? But there is no combination sign there. So, but in this cases, if I say lan yad also, still the meaning is not changing. Are there any like words like if I don't pronounce the other next word, meaning can change? I think there.
No, in this case, probably not.
But
See,
other-
in the Quran which is printed into Pakistan, they put a shadda here.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh, okay. Yes.
that shadda means that now you have to combine noon with the ya.
Right. Yeah.
Arabs don't put probably because they know how to read it.
Right. Yeah. For me,
Okay.
if I don't see that sign, then I
Yeah.
will skip.
So that's how we learn to read.
Okay.
That to help the reader who does not know the Arabic,
Right.
that they put a shadda there
Okay.
in the Indo-Pak print,
Right.
just to make sure that we can correctly combine these
Yeah.
two. Okay.
So actually that's why it's important to learn tajweed rules.
Tajweed rules.
There's separate classes for that.
Yeah.
It's important.
And tajweed is, I think, we were
Yeah,
taught,
we
we know we read correctly, but we don't know why
don't
we
know,
read it
yeah.
this way.
So like, if
So
I
now you
don't
know
have that
why we read, because these are two separate words, okay? And when you combine, then you have to, according to tajweed, now you have to, sound of the noon will become noon, unna, from nose. Line, huh?
line, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the rule of tajweed also.
But if the shad is not there, both ways are okay, the pronunciation. Lan yadkhula or lan
Okay.
yadkhula.
The people who teach tajweed,
Yeah.
they will not recommend that. But grammatically it is not wrong. Okay? Grammatically, you can slowly read Quran, you can say the lan, then you can say yadkhula, then you can say al-jannah, which means you are pronouncing every word correctly. Okay? But in the tajweed, you combine one word with the other word, and that is a whole complete science that has been developed for proper recitation of the Quran. So then we should follow that.
Same as English, right? So you pronounce the last word with the next word.
If you
It's
can, yeah.
accepted or something like
Yeah.
that. It's similar to in English, if you notice that.
And that's how the Prophet ﷺ used to recite.
Yeah, so Prophet ﷺ, tajweed was, the rules of tajweed were decided by himself. Prophet ﷺ. Okay?
Did you say that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam organized the surahs on the Quran, or how
Yes.
it should be?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he did.
For us it's difficult.
He himself did that.
Yeah. For us it's difficult.
Yeah.
You need tajdeed.
No, like organize the surahs in orders.
Yes.
But it didn't came in order.
No, they did not come in the same order as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But when he received a portion of the surah, wherever he decided to put them, by the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the instruction given to him by Jibreel alayhi salam, he arranged them as we see it today. But they were not revealed in that order when the Quran was coming down. Okay? So, illa, except. Okay? Then there are two words, man, kana. Let's look at these two words. Illa man kana. Okay? Man means whoever, or he who. You can translate both of these.
We have men too, right?
Min means from. Min is a different word. This is man.
Yeah,
With a
yeah, I
fatha.
have to, I have to write it
Yeah.
down.
Min means from or among. So that's a different word. Man means whoever or he who. Okay? This word, the second word, is from these three letters, kaf, waw and noon. And the English word for this is to be. Okay. Kaf, waw, noon means to be. And if again I apply the rule of fa'ala, which means he did, put three fathas, this will become kaf, waw, noon, kavana. And this means third person past tense. So the English word of to be, third person past tense, is he was. The grammar of to be for a third person in past tense is he was. So kavana is by the rule of the grammar, and the same thing happens because waw and fatah change into an alif, so this becomes kana. Kan is he was.
It's like you said earlier, woe and fatha doesn't come together, so it changes the
Alif, because this is a weak letter.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, if I do a literal translation, it will be he became. He was. To be, past tense of to be is he became for third person. So you can also write down he became.
Or become.
Became, past tense. Yeah. Fa'ala is the past tense. Okay? So the meaning will be whoever or he who became. Okay. So if we write down this, he who and became. So now if you read the English, it will make sense. وَقَالُوا, and they said, لَنْ يَدْخُلَ, never will enter, al-jannata, in the paradise, illa, except, man kana, he who became. He who became what? Hudan. Hudan means Yahudi. Okay? Hudan means Jew. Okay? Jewish. Okay? It's from the word Yahudi. Hudan is from the word Yahudi. Okay? So here it means Jew. And Hudan is used for single person or a plural also. Okay. So he who or those who, you can translate that way, became Jews. Okay. So they claim that no never will anybody enter paradise except he became a Jew. Then the word is aw. Aw means or. The word aw means or. Okay? Or, and Nasara is Christians. Nasara means Christians. No, or, which means they can say to each other. Means Jews say to the Christian that nobody will enter the paradise. Or Christians said to the Jews, nobody will enter paradise except became Christian.
And 113, it clearly tells what you had said. The argument that you guys do,
Uh-huh.
it's more clear on 113 about this.
Oh, okay, the next one.
Yeah, the
Okay.
following.
Yeah. So, or Christian, okay. Okay. So they claim about that, about each other. And even before Islam, if they were saying to each other, Allah is quoting their statement. Okay. So up to this point, as I mentioned before, is the statement of Jews and Christians. Okay. From this point and the next two words is a comment by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is responding them. Okay. He is saying something in response of their claim. Okay. What is Allah saying here? He is saying tilka. Tilka means that. And tilka is used when there is something feminine. Okay. Zalika is also the word. Zalika means that, but this is used for masculine gender. If the word is feminine, then tilka is used. If the word is masculine, then zalika is used. Okay?
But don't we, Allah is always considered as a...
No, Allah is not speaking there. This is not for Allah.
It is Jewish.
No, this is, this tilka is pointing to the next word. So you'll see when I translate the next word. Okay? So the word is tilka. Tilka means that. Okay. The next word is amaniyuhum. Amaniyuhum. Okay. So let's separate this first of all. This is made of two words. One word is amaniyo, and the other word is hum. Actually, this word, and I'll explain what happens. The actual word is amani yun, okay, and home. Okay. In Arabic, there is a word amniya. This means wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. imagination. Okay. Somebody just thinks about good about himself. That's wishful thinking. Okay. Amniya. Its plural is amaniyun. Okay. So amaniyun is the plural. Is wishful thinkings. Plural, thinkings. Okay. Wishful thinkings. Okay. More than one. Okay. More than one thinking. Wishful thinkings. Okay. So this is the word is amaniyun. Okay. Whom means there. Okay. So when you combine these together, okay, whom means there. So the meaning will be their wishful thinking means the wishful thinking of either Jews or Christians. Okay? So when you combine these two, amaniyun and hum, by the combination, one of these dhamma drops out. So it becomes amaniyohum. Okay? That's why you see that there is only. So this becomes amaniyohum. So instead of two dhammas, it is only one, because when you combine these two, this is the rule of combining a noun and a pronoun. And it's called mudaf mudaf ilayh. When you combine a noun and a pronoun, whom is a pronoun? Okay. Amani is a wishful thinking is a noun. So when you combine them, then one of these two dhammas falls out. So the word becomes amaniyohum. If you read separately, it will be amaniyun hum. But by combining, it will become amaniyohum. Their wishful thinking. Okay? So this is their wishful thinkings. So here if I put is there, then the sentence will become very clear. Tilka amaniyuhum, that is their wishful thinkings. Okay? That is, what is that is? That nobody else will enter paradise. That thinking, that what they are saying, is their wishful thinking. So this tilka is pointing to their statement. Tilka is that, means that statement they are making, that only they will go to paradise. That statement is tilka. That. What they are saying is tilka. You're pointing to that, and what you are saying, that statement which you are making, tilka, is actually your wishful thinking. Okay, so that is the meaning of tilka. It's pointing to their wrong statement. Tilka amaniyuhum, that is their imagination, their dream that they are talking about. Okay? So this is a statement by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is saying only these two words, responding to their claim. Okay? So first the speaker were Yahud and Nasara. Then these two words, the speaker is Allah here. And he just made a statement, okay, that you are thinking you are having a dream. That's all. Okay? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructs Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to say something. Okay, which is the next part. Qul hatu burhanakum. Okay? So let's look at that one. So again the root letters are Qaf, Waw and Lam, and this means to say. Okay. And Qul means say. So this is a command. Like we said, Qul huwa Allahu. Okay? Say He is Allah. So Qul is a command. Okay? So Allah is saying in the Quran, say. Okay? Allah is saying one word, say. Okay, so who is going to listen first? It is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The first person who is listening that ayah is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay? So Allah is addressing in this ayah to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saying to him, say, Qul. Okay? Say to these Christians and Jews, which they are claiming now, that only they will go to paradise and nobody else will go to paradise. Allah is saying to the Prophet ﷺ, say this to them. What is he supposed to say? He is supposed to say, Hatu burhanakum, these two words. Okay, first. So let's look at these words. Yeah, so now Prophet ﷺ is going to come out and say these words to the people. Okay? So he received the ayat, and in that ayat, up to this point, Allah made a statement of whatever they said. Then Allah gave His judgment. Then after that, He said to the Prophet ﷺ, now you go and say this also. Okay? Which is, Hatu burhanakum. Hatu burhanakum. Two words. Say, O Prophet, Hatu burhanakum. Okay, so let's understand these two words. The first word starts with these three letters, Alif, Ta, Ya. The meaning of these three letters will be to come. Meaning is to come. Okay? And this is, we know that these are three letters, so this belongs to the group which is called Bab Fa'ala. Three letters. Okay? If I add one more letter here, Alif in the beginning, it becomes four letters. Okay? So this type of action belongs to a group which is called Babe Afala, which means we simply add one more letter in the beginning. So now it becomes a bigger word. Four letters. Alif, Alif, Ta and Ya. Okay? These two alifs together can be written as like this in Arabic. Two alifs can be written as a Hamza and Alif. The sound will be Ah. Okay? This is the sound of short Alif, but this is the sound of two alifs. Okay? In Indo-Pak Quran, this will be written like that. A short Alif on top of the Alif. Okay? Pronunciation is same Ah. Okay? Like we are sounding two alifs, Ah. Okay? So this becomes Ah and Ta. Okay? So the meaning, if I write down, combine like that, Ah ta. This means he. Okay, now the meaning changes before I do that. Okay, before I write down that. These 4 letters now their meaning is to bring. By adding an alif and it's making 4 letters, the meaning becomes to bring. Okay. Ata means to come. Ata means to bring. Okay. And as I said, these 2 can be written like this, 2 alifs. And if I add this way, this becomes a command which means bring. Atu. Atu means bring. This is a command. Atu means bring something. Hmm? No, bring something. Bring something. If you are telling something, bring something. Okay? If you are telling someone bring something, you will say atu. Okay? Atu. Okay? Now, over the period of time, the sound of this hamza changed into the sound of ha. Huh?
To give.
Huh?
The same thing I had it before, to give.
Yeah, that's
To give.
yeah. Also, that's a atu zakata. Yeah.
Before the meaning,
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, that's also a meaning. Atu zakata, give zakat. Yeah.
To bring and to give both.
They both. Yeah. Bring to give something.
Yeah.
Bring and give something.
Zakat.
Yeah. So it is commonly used. Okay.
Yeah. That's-
So this word changes into a ha. So it becomes hatu. Hatu means the same thing, only the sound change. Atu and hatu, they have the same meanings. Okay. So hatu means bring. The word, actual word, grammar when you start, they start with these 3 letters. Okay. And when you add another alif, its meaning becomes to bring or to give. Okay. But when you make the grammar, atu means bring. Okay. But this hamza with alif in the sound over a period of time change hatu. Hatu means bring. Okay. So hatu means bring. And just to make sure that we stay with the meaning which you just mentioned, I'm going to write down the other meaning also, give.
Yeah.
Because both will answer the same question. Okay?
Atu for plural.
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 Plural. Fa'alu.